coming to you from the auxiliary RV lot in Bloomington, Indiana.
I'm Archie.
I'm Archie's dad.
And we are going to come to you every week from wherever the Indiana Hoosiers play to talk about the Big Ten action.
This is Huddle Shuttle Live, and traditionally, start with a shotgun start.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That's good stuff.
Oh my God.
All right.
It all spilled out.
That's all right.
I'll chug the rest. I'll chug the rest just for you guys.
That's all right, buddy. It's a good effort. You'll get there. All right, we're going to start off by checking Archie's Week 0 picks from our season preview show.
That hurt. Whew.
He went 2-1 last week. He had picked Kansas over Fresno State, Kansas State over Iowa State, and Cincinnati over Nebraska. Kansas did win. Kansas State was upset by Iowa State. And Cincinnati, while they did lose, did cover the spread. Nebraska was favored by 7. They won by 3. Archie, do you have any surprises from the results of those games?
Iowa State. Iowa State was a total surprise.
Why is that?
They beat Kansas State. I thought Kansas State was going to be this playoff, 11th, 12th seed playoff team, possibly Big 12 championship if they get that far. And I saw that first Avery Johnson performance, did not like what I was seeing.
My biggest disappointment from that game were the field lines in Ireland were atrocious. Couldn't see anything.
Yes,
it was awful. You had to go to bed early during the Nebraska-Cincinnati game because it was a school night.
It was.
But I did watch it. Dylan Raiola was very efficient, although Nebraska didn't seem like they could score points. Somehow Cincinnati was able to stay in that game until the very last second, even though Brendan Sorsby threw for 69 yards.
Nice.
And was able to run for almost 100 and a couple touchdowns. It really came down to the wire. I had high hopes for Cincinnati this year. I don't know what that means for them. Nebraska, I don't know what to think about them for the season. If they can hold an offense that much down and not win by any more than 3, that doesn't, I think, bode well for their season.
Okay.
So I want to talk about some of today's big games outside the Big Ten. The biggest game is probably LSU at Clemson, where Clemson is favored by 4.5. Archie, what do you think about that matchup?
So, LSU, they have Garrett Nussmeier. They have Mansour Delane on defense. Those are their 2 best players. And I think LSU will beat Clemson.
Do you think they'll so you think they'll beat them and the spread?
Yeah.
Even though it's at Death Valley or the other Death Valley?
One of the Death Valleys, yes.
Okay.
I know Clemson's going to be tough with Cade Klubnik, a Heisman favorite, but I think LSU can get it done.
Clemson's brought in a new crack defensive coordinator too, former IU coach Tom Allen.
I wonder who that guy is.
Yeah, right.
I've heard of him.
Switching over to Big Ten action, Utah at UCLA, where Utah is favored by 5.5 points. UCLA being led by Deshaun Foster, and they have a new offensive coordinator. Tino Sunseri was last year's quarterback coach at IU, and they're obviously their transfer quarterback from Tennessee, Nico Iamaleava. So, Archie, what do you think about that game and who's going to win?
I have Utah winning. I think Nico Iamaleava in Packing My Bags needs to get used to that, how Tino, the quarterback coach from IU last year, his kind of run style and how he will run that offense. Because they kind of have different playbooks, if you really think about it.
For sure.
Last year was more of ours was like an air raid with getting, what was it? Who was our running back last year? I can't think of his name.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. And we were not running a lot. And at Tennessee, they passed, don't get me wrong. They passed. They ran, though. They ran a lot.
Yeah.
They had more designed QB draws.
Now, I think more about UCLA this year than you do. I thought that Deshaun Foster finished off the season strongly last year at UCLA. I think he'll keep building on that. Obviously, you do not. The biggest game of the day in the country is the big noon kickoff, Texas at Ohio State,
Lee
where
Corso's last game.
Ohio State is favored by 1.5. So tell me what you think about that one.
Well, to start, Julian Sand and Arch Manning are both in the third year of college football. It's really insane to think about. Neither have played a lot. Arch Manning started 2 games last year?
I think it was 2, yeah.
2 games. And I don't think Junior, or what was his name?
Julian Sand.
Sorry, I keep thinking of Julian Sayauer. Sorry. Arch, yeah, he's only played 2 games. I don't know if I believe in this big, mythical Arch Manning comes to save the day for the Longhorns and takes them to the Natty.
The game will be in Columbus. When we were there last year, it was as loud as I've ever heard anything. You got to think it'll be louder for this, big Texas game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always think that huge games like this, top 5 games at the beginning of the season, are scary, just because especially in the transfer portal era, teams change so much early in this year to year, and
you don't know find their identity.
Yeah, you don't know how it's going to gel and how it's going to vibe. But so yeah, it could be anyone's game. But what do you think, Archie, about what's your pick for the game?
I have Texas winning. I don't think Ohio State's going to be great. I think they're going to go 8-4, 9-3.
Even with Jeremiah Smith.
Everything
they've got going on. Okay.
Yeah.
Who do you think Coach Corso is going to pick on his last game day?
I think he'll pick Ohio State and put on that Brutus hat one more time.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, his first headgear pick.
I don't give a shit. Give me the Longhorns.
Yeah. His first headgear pick was the Brutus Buckeye.
In 98?
Oh, like 93 or something.
93. Don't know my Lee Corso facts. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be it was a big part of my life because I've been watching game days since the mid-90s, so it'll be sad to see. The reason we're here in Bloomington is obviously for Old Dominion coming into town versus IU. What does Old Dominion bring into the game, Archie?
They have their All-American linebacker they had 2 years ago. He comes off an injury season where he did not play a single game. I don't know that he can perform against this IU team playing for the first time in a year.
What do they bring offensively?
Their quarterback is a scrambler. He had the same amount of passing touchdowns as he did rushing touchdowns.
What do you think the keys to the game for IU is or are?
For the keys for the defense, especially, is making sure we get pressure to where we force him to throw the ball into not good or good coverage, or just making sure he can't run. Just like sending a few back, stay back, and have it like a QB spy kind of.
What about the offense?
I think the offense.
What are the keys to their game?
We need to work on our passing game. Fernando Mendoza, I think he needs to get the ball out quick, especially if they rush that linebacker. I think he'll want to get the ball out quick.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see whether IU can get into a rhythm offensively, kind of like you said. During the spring game, they didn't look super comfortable. Again, we don't know if that's because the IU defense was playing well.
Because we thought about that, like Curtis Rourke last
for sure. Or if it was just everyone getting used to the new quarterback and some new players, or what the situation was. But yeah, seeing them gel will be a big indicator, even though it is Old Dominion and not a Big Ten opponent. Seeing how they gel and come together is going to be, I think, really key. Do you have any specific player expectations for how anyone in particular might perform today for IU?
Not really. I think today's kind of be like a calm before the storm. It's the calm before the storm till when we get to Illinois. They're pretty much warm-up games until we get to Illinois.
Obviously IU is expected to win today, but what qualifies as a success for the Hoosiers?
Beating the spread. So we score more than 23.5 points.
And do you think we will?
Yes.
Well, the spread is we win by more than 23.5 points.
You know what I mean.
Okay. And do you have a specific score prediction?
Not entirely. I guess 45-17, around that range,
Okay.
give or take.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the picks. So you've already said that you've got Utah beating UCLA, and you've got Texas over Ohio State. So our other games today that I think are going to be at least interesting from a betting perspective. It is week 1. The games are not all that exciting. First I have is Ball State at Purdue, where Purdue is favored by 17.5. Both teams bring in new coaches that have been successful at their prior stops. They bring in a ton of transfer portal players. I was actually looking this up the other day. Ball State has, I think, 4 Purdue transfers. Purdue returns Dylan Mockabee as their only starter, so it's possible. Devin Mockabee as their only starter. So Ball State looks like they might have more Purdue players from last year on the field than Purdue, which is something. But what do you think about that game and the 17.5-point spread?
I think Ball State beats the spread, but Purdue wins.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Ball State won.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I feel like that could be totally possible.
This is, I believe this was the one game you have Purdue picked to win for the season, though. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm starting to think about this Ball State team. Nah, I got Purdue, but it's going to be close.
Okay. So we're gonna do Ball State against the spread. Then we've got a big spread game, Nevada at Penn State, where Penn State is favored by 43.5 points. It's a big spread for a team, Penn State, that wasn't super high scoring last year.
I know they weren't super high scoring last year, so I'm worried about the spread, like you just stated. They lost Tyler Warren, Abdul Carter. They still have their running backs, which I imagine they're going to lean on. So I think they don't cover the spread, but they still get the win.
I can't say I disagree with that at all. The other one is University of Albany at Iowa. Oh, and so wait, by the way, so you have Nevada covering the spread, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Or with the points.
Yeah. So Nevada loses by 42.
By less than 44. Yeah. University of Albany at Iowa, 38.5 points. That's interesting. In the research, Iowa only had one game last season that they won by a margin that big. They had a 40-0 win to open the season against a good FCS opponent in Illinois State. Iowa's obviously not known for scoring a ton of points. So do you think they can in this game?
No. Yes, I do think they will win, but I do not think they will score enough points to beat the spread. I think, obviously, Iowa's known for being a tight end university and having a great defense. And I think they're going to more lean on the defense this year. With quarterback transfer from the FCS team, South Dakota State, Mark Gronowski. I don't know. Going from FCS to the Big Ten, that's a terrible idea. I would at least stop in, maybe the MAC or try and get some real college football experience.
Sun Belt, MAC,
yeah.
Like that.
Before you go up to Iowa. So I'm not sure how it's going to play out.
And so, again, your pick is will Iowa cover?
I do not think Iowa will cover.
Okay. All right, so we got Albany. Those are Archie's picks for week 1 college football. We'll make some money. Gamble with an 11-year-old.
Yeah!
Finally, as we close out, Archie, obviously it's a chilly morning, so we're wearing hoodies. What's the game day fit today?
I'm going to go an undershirt and shorts, doesn't matter which one. And then I'm going to go with the IU overalls.
Are we gonna be wearing our Signetti shirts?
That's probably going to be my undershirt.
Right on.
Go up to the student section and say,
and then anything special on the menu today, before or after the game?
Tonight we have chicken and mac and cheese, which is going to be great. We're going to have pancakes right after this. Other than we're gonna have some chips,
Our special victory treat.
ice cream.
What kind of ice cream?
Nerds ice cream.
Some homemade nerd ice cream. It's going to be a chef's kiss. So that's all we've got for this week's Huddle Shuttle Live. Join us every week from the RV lot where the Hoosiers are playing, and pick up your very own Kurt Signetti shirt before we get shut down by the university for bootlegging them. That's all we've got. I'm Dad.
From my dad, I'm Archie. Have a great day. Go Hoosiers.
Go Hoosiers.